Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off the Tinker Day, I'm going to take this computer apart. This is the one that the screen just blacked out. Backup computer. I'm going to take the battery out, the hard drive out, the RAM out, open up the computer I just got from eBay, and put the 3 parts in that computer, and then hopefully be back up and running. Should be a plug and play deal. As you can see, this is an Elitebook 8570p. It's got the Core 7 i7 processor in there. I might take this processor out, put it in my other newer computer because I don't know which one it had. Let me check my eBay listing. The one I ordered says it's a i5, so I'm gonna probably take the processor out too. If it'll work, it should. Hopefully it does. Sometimes the motherboard is married to the processor speed, so let's see. Let's take the main 3 components out and see how hard it's going to be to get that processor off of here. To remove the battery, you take this thing here, unlock it, and the battery just slides out. To put the battery back in, you just push it in place, push it all the way in, and then lock it. So now the battery's locked in. To take the bottom panel off of the computer, you slide this over and push it there, and it'll eject the bottom, giving you access to everything you need inside. Here's the hard drive, here's the RAM, and the processor is under here. The processor heat band runs around there, so it may be that you have to take some of the computer apart to get this processor all the way out. We'll take a look and see. We're going to take these 2 screws out here, these 2 screws out here, to see if that releases anything that has to do with this monitor being removed. Instead of moving all the hardware from this computer over to the one I got, I think I'm just going to move the display over here because I think the display is what's busted on this one. So I'm going to crack this open, power it on, make sure the display is working, and then move it over here because this is what I think is wrong with this one. The display's out. To my surprise, this thing has a battery in it. Something's going on. It looks like it's already powered on. It is. Somehow it powered itself on. That ain't right. Anyway, shouldn't have any hard drive or nothing in there, which it doesn't. So let's go ahead and power this thing off. Keyboard and stuff looks a little cleaner than mine. Maybe they cleaned it up. So I'm going to take the plug out of it, see if it powers down. It did not, so the battery is working. So let's hold the power button down, take the battery out, then hold the power button down some more to bleed off power, and then take the monitor. Okay, it powered itself off. Battery's dead. So I'm going to take the battery out, power it down further, take the monitor out of this one, put it in mine. Hold the power button down, bleed off any powers in the system. 10-15 seconds or so. Remove that little rubber plug there, remove that rubber plug there, and then pry this bezel off from around the casing. As you can see, the casing has a bend there, so should be easy to start getting that loose. Those are the 2 screws that came out of the bezel front. That hole there, that hole there. Started prying it out of this corner. There's a couple of spots where you could pry it out a little bit to get it to pop out better, but it's kind of got tape on it and some pry points. Got it around, so now I got a Phillips here, a Phillips here, a Phillips here, a Phillips here, and a Phillips there, a Phillips there, and this display may come down with those 6 screws taken out. Let me try. Pulling those 6 screws did allow this to come down. Also, it seems like the back is loose from the casing, so I'm gonna be careful with that. So next thing you got to do is unplug this cable, pull this tape off of this, and unplug the ribbon there, and that should allow you to lift this away from the computer. So let me peel this tape back. It's tight. A little bit of heat might help this. Not sure, but it is tight. Don't want to mess up anything. Don't want to mess up this board here. This little computer board. Try to prop this up here. Get a better view of pulling this tape back. And there it is, it's unplugged. So this pushes in, plugs into there, and then the display should be loose. Let's see. That's it. Let me put it in my computer, make sure it works, and be done with it. To get this display plugged in, I unhooked the cable there. I shifted the display over this way just a little bit so I could get the right slack in the cable to plug it in. Now you should know that this ribbon has 2 tabs on it, one on each side, and they have to go under the tabs on the monitor for that to plug in. So I made sure it was pressed down flat. I slid it in, plugged it in, pulled it tight. Now I'm going to hold the tape down. Now I'm going to set this back up where it needs to be after I hook this part of the cable back there, fold it up, and power the computer on to test it, make sure the monitor works. Moving the display over to this computer did not work, so I'm going to move all of my hardware over to the new computer I got. Well, I was wrong. My display works fine. It would not power on without RAM. So I'm going to switch the RAM over and see if that'll make my computer work. Put the new computer back together, put the hard drive in it, put an extra stick of RAM in it, and it fired up. It did complain about having a system restore, so I had to go through that, and it looks like I'm up and running. Some changes were made. Recover, restart. So looks like I'll be good to go. I got the processor here, the faster processor. I may install that. Other than that, the new computer's working. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.